And welcome back to this special edition of Newsmaker Sunday, remembering the great Bart Starr. Star-studded edition this morning, Cliff Crystal first, and now the co-founder of Rawhide Boys Ranch, John Gillespie. John, thanks so much.
I'm delighted to be here
this morning. You can't say Rawhide Boys Ranch without saying John Gillespie and Bart Starr.
Absolutely.
Who came up with this idea? How did it all get underway?
Chapter 1 of the book.
Yeah. the book being our 351
It sold
sons.
5,000 copies in the last 8 months. It's unreal. But a boy, a 13-year-old from a very tough home situation, came to spend the day with Jan and I, stayed 2 years. We were looking for a bigger home. We were expecting our second son, and we didn't have room for the second son coming and Jerry. And so we found this huge facility that's now Rawhide, 27 rooms, 11 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms. And the owner that was trying to sell it wanted to hire me to do a subdivision plan, which was my job. And he was so excited that we were interested in using it for youth that he made an offer that was unbelievable, but just out of college, had no money. So anyway, again, that's all explained in Chapter 1, how we ended up starting a youth ranch. Now, we were struggling. We actually were able to move out there on a land contract, no money down. And then, but after 3 months, no trouble, we didn't have any, weren't able to raise money, and didn't have the name recognition. And so a couple of people said, John, this is a great idea. Too bad you couldn't talk to Bart Starr. And I was at a meeting, I heard that someday after football, he and Cherry want to do a youth program. So I said, Jan, boy, I'm trying to find out somebody that knows Bart Starr to introduce us. Oh, this was 1966, he was pretty popular. And Jan said, well, just call him. I said, well, you can't just call him. And she said, well, why not? I said, well, you'll have an unlisted number. And she said, well, how do you know that? I said, you know, men know stuff like that. Right. And she said, well, John, if God is directing us to do this, just see if you can get his number. So to show her, I called information, I got his number, now I had to dial it. A man answered and said, hello. And I said, is this a Starr residence? And the man said, yes. I said, is Mr. Starr there? The man said, no Mr. Starr here. Bart's here. I said, that's who I want to talk to. Guess who it was? It was Bart. Him. I said, would we ever be able to get together with you and Sherry? I have this dream for a youth program, beautiful facility. He said, yeah, I want to come to Green Bay right now. So over we went, sat down, get in there, and Cherry's making supper, and I said, we'll make our presentation quick so we don't mess up your supper plans. Cherry, in her southern drawl, said, if you all make it quick, you're going to mess up our supper plans. You're having supper with us. That's the introduction to Bart Starr.
And it all started. All right, John, when we first met this afternoon in the hallway, you said, Tom, I got 2 great stories.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, we just covered one.
Okay.
Meeting Bart and Cherry Starr. I mean, who could imagine a Super Bowl MVP to be soon, and very popular, gets a call from this young guy on the phone. Bart's a couple years older than I was 27 at the time, and invites us over. We sit down, explain what we're doing, and Bart looked at Cherry and said, Cherry, what do you think? And Cherry didn't say a word. She just nodded her head. And Bart said, I guess we're on board. You know, let's sit down and talk details how we can help. That's how Bart and Cherry got involved. They've been involved for 54 years. And Bart Jr., who is a carbon copy of his dad, has been helping Rawhide. And so it's been as Jan said, if God is into this, just call him. You know, you'll be able to get a hold of him. So who would have thought? My other story. And in the book, there are, did we mention the book?
Let's mention it again. It is called Our 351 Sons.
In the first 35 years of Rawhide, Jan and I had in that big lodge, we had 10 boys at a time from the courts. Some came in police cars and handcuffs, long records. 10 at a time, raised our own 2 young boys in that environment. We had about every month a boy leaving, a boy coming. They stayed about a year each. And in the 35 years, we had 351 different boys. Now, in that time, we never had a boy seriously threaten us. We never had a boy push us or touch us in any way in anger. And I would hear a lot of yelling sometimes. I'd be in another room and I'd look in and it would be my wife with her nose to a boy saying, if you don't apologize to me right now, you're going to get a second night of dishes for all 14 of us. And they say, Jan, I'm sorry. They would come to me, Tom, and say, John, can we talk to you? There'd be a couple of boys privately. As we go somewhere. And they said, we're scared of your wife. And I said, me too. And they say, we were throwing the football, we broke a vase, and she gave us really tough discipline. Will you talk to her? I said, nope, not me. Then I'm in trouble. So
tough lady. Bart had some influence on some of these kids as well. Tell me the story of a kid named Peter Zukas.
Peter was a Green Bay from Brown County, was sent to Rawhide, and had a long record of delinquency things. Yeah. And we weren't really making any progress. He was with us about 2 months, and we had reached a point where we just felt he wasn't getting any help from Rawhide. Usually 1 in 20 boys doesn't want to be there. Right. And they work and work and work to convince us, and Peter convinced us he didn't want to be there, so we had made plans for him to go back to Brown County. Bart and Cherry were visiting one day, and they would come at least once a month and spend most of a day, visit with the kids. Peter had never played football and really idolized Bart, and they spent some time together that I didn't even know about. Bart came to me and said, Peter mentioned that he always wished he had been able to play football when he was in school, and I have my football camp in Stevens Point next week. If it's okay, I will be willing on my trip from Green Bay to Stevens Point to drop down from New London, pick up Peter, take him to the camp, and bring him home every night. We had no staff at the time, literally no staff. We said, that's just great. Well, he spent the week with Peter. Peter went out for high school at football at New London. Senior year, he became the starting defensive safety, did excellent, ran for senior class president and was elected, went in the Marines, Tom, and in 2 years, he had 4 meritorious promotions, came out after 2 years as a full sergeant, all because of 1 week with Bart Starr.
And more of these stories in your book. It is called Our 351 Sons.
It's on Amazon, and our book website is www.our351sons.com.
John Gillespie, thanks so very much.
Thank you, Tom.
Could have talked for 4 hours.
Easy.
Easily. We're back with more right after this, so please stay with us.